Welcome back to the lab. Once upon a time, there was a young lady named Callie Lewis who used to come on this show every day, and I missed her so much. She came all the way up from Dallas. It's so nice to have you. Welcome.
Oh, it's so good to be here.
So it's changed a little bit, right?
Yes, much.
Well, we're in a different city,
though. Yeah.
But I do thank you for coming up.
Of course.
You drove all the way.
Drove, yes.
It's very
4 or
nice
5 day trip.
You didn't bring this stuff with you, did you?
No, I had it sent. I do have one at home, but I had this one sent because I didn't want to go through customs with
it. Exactly. What is that? Well, it's Drobo the data robot. Let's see it walk. So this is a new product, actually a brilliant marketing campaign. They leaked it out via a YouTube video.
Yeah.
And everybody got all excited about it.
Yeah.
And then they sent them out to reviewers. I got one. I know you got one. Right. Dvorak got one. A lot of people got them.
Patrick Norton got one.
Patrick Norton. Yeah. And we love it. Tell us what this is.
Well, it's RAID is fantastic. It's a great way to keep your data safe, but it's really complicated. It's not for the everyday user. People don't get it. I get questions all the time. Okay, so there's RAID. What is it? How do you deal with it? There's RAID 0. There's RAID 3.
Usually, I recommend people use RAID 5.
Right.
Which gives you redundancy, but also some speed, because you can add multiple drives, you get lots of capacity. This is basically that, but it's not.
It's not that, but it is based on that.
It works the same way.
Exactly. It's based on a concept of virtualization, and it basically does what a sysadmin does in a home environment. Okay. So that's what the job is. So you can put in up to 4 drives.
Just take that right off.
Magnetic. It's just great.
It's so easy. So there's 4 slots.
4 slots. So we have 3 in here, and you can see the green lights.
I like it that you can use just any old drive you've got. If you've got an SATA drive lying around, you just plug it in.
Absolutely. It doesn't have to be a certain size.
They don't have to be the same size or brand or anything.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so you can see the green lights. If they turn yellow, you know that you are running out of space. At 85% of capacity, it'll tell you need to get some more storage in there.
Just so you know, they show through here so that you can't see them. It's not like you have to open this up.
That would be bad.
So that means you need to put more drives in. And what you can do is just pull out a drive and put in a bigger drive, or 2 or 3.
Exactly. And you can yank something out.
Not while it's on.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Really? And it's still working.
It's still working.
And I could put in another drive. That's called hot swapping, and it allows you to do that without turning it off. So you don't lose any data that way either. That's the other thing I like about it.
Right. And
so you can expand it without losing anything.
Exactly. And it's orange and yellow. So it's orange. So
warning, Will Robinson.
It'll stay that way until it fixes itself. It's going to rebuild it inside. But you never lose any storage unless you ignore their warnings.
Okay.
And so it's just perfect.
I think it's a great idea
for people who don't know what to do with RAID.
As bigger drives come along, you can expand it easily. Right now, you probably have 4 250s or something for a terabyte.
What did they send? 500. Okay.
So you've got about a terabyte in there? Yeah. But if 500 gigabyte or terabyte drives become cheap, you can put those in there. You can get up to 4 terabytes.
Yeah.
Or even more as time goes by. I love that. Now, there's a couple of negatives. It's USB only.
Right. And
not network attached.
Right. You can use it as an NAS if you have an Airport Extreme, but you're right, it is USB. I'm hoping that they come out with a FireWire version at some point.
I would like that.
Yeah.
I would like that
faster,
a lot.
because I use it. Is it upside down again?
Yeah, I can't. It usually goes on right away.
It's probably because we're coming from the back.
Yeah.
I have it hooked up with Apple TV and stream my content
to
Apple TV. Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
And it can be a little slow, but that's why I would like it to be FireWire.
FireWire would be a little bit better.
It's still great. It works perfectly.
The other negative is it's a little pricey right now. It's $4.99.
$4.99.
Yeah,
right.
USB withoh any drives.
Exactly.
And then
so
you have to buy the drives. But I like it that you can use any drive. Now, the one big advantage it has over RAID 5 is all the advantages of RAID 5. The one big advantage is normally with RAID 5 you get a multiple of whatever the smallest disk is. So if you put 180 gig in there, the most you can have is 320 gigs.
Right.
This adds them all up no matter what the sizes are.
Right.
It doesn't care.
Now you do want to keep in mind that say you have 2 200s and 2 500s in there, you will. You don't
get all of it.
You don't get all of it,
because of its redundancy.
Exactly.
Right.
So you can't count that biggest drive because there's nowhere to put that data.
About a third of it is used for redundancy. So I found when I put a terabyte worth of drives in there, I was able to use about 600, 700 gigabytes.
Exactly.
Still a lot.
But still, I mean, you do with RAID, you're not getting all that space.
It was pretty amazing. I didn't have to do anything. I just put them in. It built it.
It's automated.
And it took a few minutes, and then all of a sudden it shows up on my Mac or Windows. It has a little program that goes with it, but you don't need that.
Right.
Drobo, the data backup robot.
Don't tell Roomba. I like this better.
She's got 2 robots now. Well, unless you include her husband, Neil. And then, did I say that? No, he's a real boy.
He's a real boy.
Yes, no strings or nothing. Callie Lewis is on geekbrief.tv. Also, her new show is iCallie.tv.
Okay.
And also, she answers questions on Ask Callie.
Dear Callie.
Dear Callie.
I tried for Ask Callie. It's not available.
I like Dear Callie.
I like Dear Callie.
DearCallie.com. And of course, once in a while, she shows up.